goes it? How goes it? How goes it? So we're going to go ahead and see if we can get 45 minutes in. So we're going to actually start the timer right now. We work on an Excellence Tiefling Monk. She's actually in a D&D campaign right now, and we're playing tonight. So that's why I got to try to get as much done. Make it look like she's at least kind of sort of made progress. I've primed her. I did a little bit on her skin and made her skin red. I actually made her hair kind of brownish red, rust brown. I'm going to try to go with something a little bit more colorful in the other parts, but those things were my goal to start. And I don't know how far I'm going to get, and if I'm even... Alexa, turn on Dynamic Duo. And whether or not it'll be enough. But I know that she's in a current state where I don't want her to be sitting in. So her base right now, as you can see there, is just primed. Let's go ahead and give her base a quick coat of... how about like some gray? How about Gravelord Gray? We'll do that for now. Then maybe I can dry brush it later, add some black. I don't know. Gravelord Gray. Just slop it on the base. Give it something going. We'll see if that gets me a start. So this is definitely going to be a fast-paced effort. Now she's got a really deep base here. Super deep. So just getting paint to go in it. It's going to have to be a real sloppy mess just because it's going to... This base is very... I mean, just having this on there. I mean, this is a contrast paint that I'm using, which of course is supposed to be at its best when you have lots of recesses and stuff. So I'll definitely, hopefully it'll pop pretty good. Of course, not all contrast paints are equal, so some of them might pop better than others. This might just look the same all the way around. I'll probably go full black on the border once I'm done, but for now, I just want to get her fully covered, just in case I don't get a chance to come back to her. I want to make sure she's got a full covering. Is standing on her toes. Alright. Don't really need to go too far into that. Like I said, I'm not really going for full on. Just want to make sure there's no white. Okay, so we got a quick base drop there. We'll throw on some other stuff later. I just wanted to get it covered. And then we'll have to do something. Let's do something with her eyes. I'm going to go with orange/yellow eyes. She's already got red face. So I might even take... Yeah, let's go with... What have I got? Now I have this... Fire Giant orange, but I don't think it's bright enough. No, see, that's not very bright. I need something like with a bite to it. How about fluorescent orange? Nothing like a nice glowy fluorescent colored orange eyes, right? And if I can get a pupil in there, I will try, but she's got pretty small eyes, this character, so... Could go black pupil, probably be the most likely combat pupil color that I would try even. Yeah, she's got way tiny eyes, so we'll see how this goes. Yeah, I could maybe try to get a pupil on there later. I do note though that she's got there's a part of her eye I didn't even actually get fully covered in red. I can never tell which one's... Whoa! Drop my brush. I think that might actually be my brownish color, yeah. Can't see it. Can never tell what I got out here. I got plasma red is what I was using on her face. And her tail and her skin in general. And then when the water starts to blend with it, that can also have an effect on whether or not I can tell what it looks like, because it starts browning it or whatever. Alright, let's go ahead and get her some clothing colors. Colors on her clothes will be, oh yeah, I also did some palette. Let's see, I think I wanted to go with like a leather. So, because she is kind of a monk type character. I guess I can go with some classic black pants. Or should I go with like a dark blue navy kind of pants? Let's go with classic black. I rarely do black. I don't like doing black colors in general, so in that sense, it's going to be new. If I don't do it very often, it's new to me. So let's see about just doing black on her pants. Now, this is an airbrush color. This is not a contrast paint here, so the goal here is to get as far as I can in this 45-minute window. Did I hit start even? No, I did. Okay. I know I selected it. I just didn't know if I actually hit start. I decide if I should just paint her leggings black as well. Probably should, huh? I say leggings, whatever those things are, they're covering her calves. They're a lot more wrinkly than her pants, so I don't know what those are. That's why I said that. Again, when you're doing it fast, if you want to get done fast, you can't make a lot of mistakes, right? Because it's like, well, that would be defeating the point. Making mistakes means things you have to fix. Things you have to fix means you're not going to get done on time. So you're better off fast and careful than faster and not careful. That's that's kind of what the borderline is. You got to find that happy point where you're moving both quickly and accurately, so that you don't end up having to fix stuff. And this is why I'm trying to make sure I'm doing the inside stuff first, because if I don't, when I do the outside stuff, I'll be making mistakes. I'll be touching on all the stuff I don't want to. So. Okay, I'm curious, what color do I do her shoes? I think I'm gonna do her shoes like in the same leather color I want to do. My dog does this. She likes to come down here, hang out for about 5 minutes, and then she wants to go right back upstairs. She's like, I gotta go down. Okay, I'm down. I'm bored. Time to go back up. I don't usually let her come down because I don't want to have to let her right back up. That's just what she does. It makes me have to stop what I'm doing because she starts getting all fidgety. See, she keeps walking out of the room. I don't know if you can see her or not, but she keeps walking out of the room because she's going up to the door going, door's not open. Can you come and open it? I'll just wait here a minute. And then she'll come back in here and going, hello. Just in case you didn't notice, I want to go back upstairs. And then it's like, yeah, I noticed. I just don't want to let you out now. You're just going to have to wait. Such is the life, pup. Can't always leave the second you want to. I'm gonna have to let her out. She's driving me nuts with her constantly wandering around. It's like pacing. Somebody who just starts pacing the floor. Fine! Go! Get out. Just stop bugging me, man. Alright, well, I got some black on her pants, and I gotta go let my dog out. Be right back. Come on. Alright. Dog has been dealt with. Set free to roam in the upstairs where she can go in and out of the house at her will. Okay, so continuing onward. She's got a lot of little stents and junk on her. Keep finding more. Oops. All right. Back to painting black because I found more black. Back of her leg here. Some of this doesn't even have that much black on it. Now, part of the thing is, do I do her shirt the same way? I think I will. Just so I don't add too many different colors to the mix. So she's got like a shirt that she's got underneath everything. This girl's got some, like, she's got a number of stints just kind of hanging down or poking off of her arm even for this pauldron on her shoulders. I'll have to pop those off too. And I did do the pauldrons in silver, and they are on top, so I'm probably touching them with the black right now. So that's one of the drawbacks to doing something in a color that's, you know, not really conducive to staying, you know, to where you're trying to stay on the bottom of a color. You know, so I shouldn't have done it because I'm doing too much top stuff right now. I'm doing bottom stuff, I mean, sorry. Bottom layers, you know, the undershirt clothing that is not on the surface. Oops, see, just did that, missed and got it on the pauldron, which I knew I would do when you do it on the, so you don't do pauldrons first, because everything's trying to get underneath it, and yeah, it's gonna get it wet. It's gonna get paint where you don't want it. Such is the way that works. Alright, so I think I've kind of got her the black of her the black parts done. The clothing, the thin underlayer clothing. I'm gonna switch over to like a leather color now. I don't know, is there really such thing as like doing a, could go with a blackish leather, which would be like a glossy leather, like really black gloss. That'd be kind of interesting. Or I could just paint it black and make it glossy. So this was a matte black. See, it's very flat. So if you do that and mix it in with a very glossy black, that might actually be kind of cool. But I don't know if I trust myself to do a good glossy black contrast, because you'd have to do highlights and stuff just to get that to work right. So I could go with a black and brown, like a leather that's got a brownness to it. I do have that right here. And then, or even a black and brown mixed with my my wasteland brown, which will probably give it a little bit of a contrasty paint effect. I'll try that. I'm gonna try that. It'll lighten it up slightly, but it'll also hopefully get me to what I want. Not a real, I don't want it a real light brown, but I want it to be dark brown. So we'll see how this works. I don't know how well Express colors mix with Reaper regular colors, so I'm about to find out. I'm going to do black brown, blackened brown. Guess that would be wet brown that's had black added to it. And then we'll drop a couple of drops of wasteland brown in there. And then we will attempt to mix that up a little bit. To get the effect I'm hoping for. I mean the color I'm hoping for. Now this is going to be pretty straightforward. Just going to go all over her. All over. You know what thing is? I think I may have missed a piece that was supposed to be leathery. I'm just going to do this all over her body, and then I'll pin down what I want to change or add buckles to, or because I still got to do these straps, but I'm not going to try to avoid them. They're too thin right now. They're a top layer, so I'm going to do this bottom layer. Go from there. Maybe I'll darken one layer up, or maybe I'll make it blacker, black general. Just for now, let's get a basic layer on here. Call this like a base coat coloring. Just so that she has color everywhere. Now I'm not going to try to get it all over this medallion thing, even though I'm not really trying to avoid the straps that lead to it yet, but it's first things first, you know. I mean, you don't want to go unnecessarily out of proportion, so we'll just kind of, this actually is working pretty good, this black and brown combo. Like I say, I might lighten up certain areas just to kind of produce some contrast between the various things she's wearing, but they'll all probably just be brown. Just some variation of them. I'm making her a very dark colored character. Just, I don't know, because not quite a thief color, but I mean, brown can be thief, right? So I guess, yeah, could be very thiefy, even though she's more of a monk. So I said I'm going to lighten some colors up, though. We'll use this as the leather base. Maybe even paint her shoes the same color. Because they too are... gonna be leather. Alright, so I think we're getting pretty close to having the full thing covered with paint. It's my time. 26 minutes. I got about 15, 20 more minutes to see where I can get. Yeah, I'm finding all kinds of little stints. She uses a lot of them to keep herself together when she was in the printer. Looks like she's got one right there. Jeez. She's even got one up here on her underarm. She's got one here. She's got them under here. All right. All right, let's go ahead and do her shoes. Same coloring that I just did. I wonder if I want to make them like a slipper and have that be like the top of her foot right in the middle. I'll see if the other slipper has that same look. If it does, I might try it. If it doesn't, then I'll just go with the same leather all the way. Because sometimes they're not consistent, or the way the mold is, or whatever. They don't actually do the exact same design on both shoes, or maybe they just got distracted and whatever they did while creating this character. We'll see in a minute. The shoes up here. See, yeah, I can't see the top of her foot on this one. There's no smooth spot that would imply that it's the top of her foot. Now, unless this one almost implies that the oh, okay. You know, it actually looks like it's actually the pant that comes down over her shoe. shoe stops short. I think that's what it is. I think that's what's going on here. In which case, I may have to make a slight adjustment to my painting here. Which means that this is the slipper. And that is the pant. So we gotta go back here and get some black. And take this to here. Her pants came down to her slippers. They're covering the top part of her slipper up. And then I do on the other shoe. Waiting for the other shoe to drop. I know that was lame, but you know, gotta come up with something. Come up with something silly every now and then, you know. I tend to do that. My brain goes, oh, there's something goofy to say. Then I say it. Somebody's like, sometimes you should just hold on to that. No, what's the point of that? That's not fun. Why would I want to hold on to it? Maybe I should make her her tights like a tight leather. You know, put that gloss that black up that I'm painting, and just everything, just make it super black. So all these areas that I'm making are super shiny black. So it looks like a shiny, like leathery leather. Alright, so this black is no longer got much, I don't know, it's too watered down or something. There we go. A little better. I'm trying to be extra careful here. I'm trying to get this on her, cover this whole clothing up here without getting it on her chest. Trying not to give myself stuff to fix. I've been trying to decide what my next our next streaming upgrade is going to be as far as equipment goes. I'm thinking about trying to get a document camera, which might be good for this purpose. I also thought about getting me a mic arm, because that I can attach and just leave it on my desk, and it would help me to make transitions from one type of stream to the other a little easier. I'm not sure if that's as functionally helpful, so just kind of debating on that. So I haven't bought anything. That's kind of how it goes, you know. You're trying to figure out the best solution, so you don't pick any solution. Kind of like, well, get it right or don't get it at all. So what I really need to do is some highlights, because I'm finding that a lot of what I'm doing right now is definitely going to need some highlights, just to bring it out, you know. I may have to go to my Wasteland Brown. Hopefully it's capable of lightening things up a little bit, and just using it on some of this stuff. And I also might need to just do some brown, because Wasteland Brown is or maybe, well, problem is Wasteland Brown is not a highly pigmented color. It's an express color, so it's not going to carry a lot of weight in the brown genre. What time is it? I got about 8 minutes, so I'm not going to finish. Tell you that right now. So I'm trying to do touch-ups, so the things that need it are, you know, colored, so that so it's clean looking. You know, if you're gonna stop, you want it to be clean for what it is. Oh, I should probably put. Oh shoot! You know what I didn't do? I didn't put a horn back on. Yeah, I know. My horn came off the other day. I actually found it, but. I found it and put it down here. I don't think that was it, though. Where the heck did it go? I thought I found it. Huh. Well, I thought I found it. I don't know what I did with it, though. I should have put it on right away. Should have not even dilly-dallied on that one. Dilly McDallied, so I'll have to find it. See about putting her horn back on. That'll have to be done on the side before this evening, if possible. Alright, so here I'm just taking my silver again, and I'm just going to go over my spots that I kind of got ink or black where I didn't want it. These things that are supposed to be silver. Here's part of my conundrum for tonight. I have to figure out the storyline. As in, I have to give information to the party's going to be expecting certain kinds of information tonight that I have not prepared. I've not determined what that is. Like, oh, and they have their personal side quest things, and they ask for stuff on those, and I'm like, okay, how am I going to give you that? I have to make up your side quest? Yeah, I'm making up stuff. I'm not having enough trouble making up my own story. So now you're going to ask me to make up something that works for you. Ugh. It's one of the things about being a DM. You've got to do stuff that's a little weird sometimes. A little awkward. Mm-hmm. So I watched this show called The Last Kingdom. Really good show. But I don't know why I keep going through my head. This isn't my character, so I wouldn't name her, but for some reason the name Frida keeps going through my head. And I think that was one of the girls, one of the characters on The Last Kingdom. I don't know why she just strikes me. This thing strikes me as a Frida, even though probably the fightiness, because I think Frida was one of the Danes or whatever that was, you know, fighting with, against, whatever. There's so many characters in that show that died. I mean, everybody with the main character, all of his girlfriends. Good grief! Don't want to be his. Don't want to be his love interest. As things go downhill fast with him. So yeah, she's gonna need some extra cleanup for sure. But at least she made some progress. I think my 45 minutes is up. Will I have time to squeeze in a little bit more at some point? I can't really say for sure. I would like to, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to. And again, this is a very light brown, this wasteland brown. Very thin, very it's a great leather on white. But lightening up dark colors is not really its suit. So I don't know. Not its strength. So I don't know if I can do this or not. If it's so thin and it doesn't carry, like I say, it doesn't carry much in the way of its own pigment. It works great to blend it with other things. And it's worked great on white. But if you want it to lighten things up, you got to put a lot of coats on. Now, there's also the nice thing about it. It could act simply as its own shadow. And that's what it's supposed to do, right? That's what the contrast paints are all about. Highlights and shadows all in one. I'm going to put a couple of coats on, like I say, so it's lighter, so it can try to lighten things up. But plus, I'm thinking I'd like to maybe have this be a more, I don't know, a lighter under, like this skirt thing, this textured skirt thing, get lighter. Not using the black and brown as much. I'm using the black and brown on top layers, but the under layer here, this textured piece. I need more browns, to be honest. I don't really have enough brown options. But I may have to come up with something for the sake of, you know, just having more things I can work with. Something light. Thing is too, once you put these down, they look pretty light, and then they dry, and they're like, oh, they're just dark again. So you're like, oh, well, that didn't work quite like I hoped, but and she has a similar texture on her top layer stuff too, but I don't know exactly where to draw the line on what's top layer and what's not. I was just doing the textured ones, but which would just be this under thing here. So yeah, I am. I think my 45 minutes is up. In fact, I know it is, but I think I got pretty good distance, pretty good state of complete. It's not complete, like I said, or close to it. That was the description of my stream. So we're going to go with the or close to it option because, yeah, not going to finish. So I do these buckle things that are on her. And I'll have to figure out how to lighten up these browns a little bit more. May have to combine it with an actual light pigment colored paint. I have no idea what the heck is going on with her hair back here. I can't tell if that's supposed to be hair or what that is. Okay, that's hair. No, that's the top of the pauldron. Yeah, I don't know. But it goes way up, so I don't know. I think I should have probably painted that red, rust brown color I had for her hair back here. What I might have to do is blacken the black and brown zones a little bit more, a little darker, and then lighten the lighten areas. But it does look like I'm starting to get a little contrast out of this, so not too bad. I'm at 50 minutes. I got to stop, but she's making some good progress. I still need to fix her horn, which I will do, and then I'll probably even put offline. I'll probably put on some horn color. Make her horns look a little bit more like actual horns. But beyond that, I think we're good. That's it for now. Until next time, you take it easy. Bye.